Hello, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday Twilight Football.
It's great to have you with us at the MCG. This should be a classic between Collingwood and Port Adelaide. We have one of last week's winners up against one of last week's losers. Today's match will offer further insight on where these teams sit in the pecking order. And here come the visitors. Joined by Daniel Harford. Great to have you along, Harf. How do you see this one unfolding?
Thanks, Hutto. It's hard to pick a winner. A lot has been written and spoken about this match. None of it matters, of course. It's all about action, so it'll be fascinating to see who hits in harder today.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. The coin toss is about to take place. The rucks staring each other down. Lysette wins the first ruck contest. DeGoey, Mitchell. Good disciplined defence. McCreary, he's going for home. And why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
The Pies have put the first on the board quickly. The two big men do battle. Boak cops some unwanted attention. Was that a legitimate attempt to get it out? The ump gives him the benefit of the doubt. Cameron with a deft tap. Crisp sets up a foot race. Jonas making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Doesn't often waste it. Horn Francis. Slick hands. Burton. I don't think he meant to smother it. He's suddenly a popular man. Elliott. That passage of play promised more. They'll be disappointed. Normally delivers. They've put themselves under pressure. That's a bruising tackle. Pendlebury affects the turnover. Moving the footy laterally. Side bottom. Looking for two in a row. McCreary. Snap at goal. Good looking kick. It's home.
It's too early to panic, but they might think about making a couple of changes before a bad start becomes worse.
The Pies making all the running early. Lysette with the tap. Boak rolling the sleeves up. There goes the kick inside the 50. Dixon winds. Sets sail for home, and he is delivered.
It doesn't matter who you are. It's always good to get an early one on the board.
The Power have opened their account. Lysette punches it out of the ruck. Rosie, Burton, he'll feel that one. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Lysette wins it. Rosie, he might have thought about hand passing. Butters, can he find a teammate? Adams with the big fist. Terrific forward pressure. No way through there, and they'll reset. Cameron palms it down. Side bottom. Normally a good decision maker. Adams, terrific tackle. This will be a close thing.
That's a bit of a freebie. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that.
The Power have hit back hard. The big men fly. Pendlebury, the midfield battle's so important. Is anyone home? Elliott, Ginnivan. That could be a goal-saving tackle.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
Good kick. Rosie. He's made a hot start to this match. Pau Pepper. They're moving the footy quickly. Quaynor tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Moore. He's stopped in his tracks. Wines. 3 in a row coming up. What a patch they're having.
He might just be in for a big day.
Good match so far. Lysette wins it down. Boak, what can he manufacture? Rosie doing the grunt work. Farrell somehow released the ball.
How'd he get rid of that? Illegally, says the ump.
Dersma popped up out of nowhere. He's been busy so far. Lysette. Crosses the paint. Boak is the man on the spot and is marked.
They've hit the ground running, and a goal here will give them a handy break.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dogged it.
The Power have had a great start. Their energy's terrific. They're moving the ball well and hitting the scoreboard.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. Good ruck work. Crisp. That's skillful. Mitchell has it within range.
This is an opportunity to settle some anxieties and get their teeth into the contest.
Hasn't got hold of that one. It'll be a behind.
Did all the hard work only to let himself down with a kick.
He's off. Burn-Jones tasked with the kick in. Not often you see a forward spoiling the ball. McCreary, he's set upon.
The lift door's closed on him and he's gone.
Delightfully done. Burton gets the kick away. Rosie. Can he hit a target? Spud Frawley would have loved that one. It's a hot footy. DeGoey running in support. Side bottom. It's no place for the faint-hearted.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Searching kick. Good thinking and good execution too. Burton, the Power, are up and about early. Rosie, ignoring the corridor for now. Who's front and centre? Lipinski. Thought his way through it. Side bottom. Pendlebury. Good-looking kick. Defence 101 there. And out it goes.
Gary Lyon is with us. What do you make of this one, Gaz?
Football's a game of mistakes, and both sides are making plenty. The key is where you make them and what the damage is.
Winds. He put himself in the line of fire. Cameron snares the loose ball. Drives it inside the forward 50. The Power have won it back. They've had the better of the contest to this point. Good tackle. Stoppage coming up on the wing. Lysette wins the hit out. Rosie, an ill-directed hand pass. Pendlebury, what can he do with it? Burn-Jones, got a fist in. Another stoppage, this time a boundary throw-in.
Lots to analyse, Gaz. What stands out?
Clearances are pretty even at the moment. If one side can get on top there, it'll make their job that much easier.
Boak, Bergman, hunting the footy. Burton, Cameron, reads the play so well. Bad error there. Throws it on the boot. Lipinski clears the area. Gathers at half-back. How will the umpire see this?
The umpire says you had prior opportunity.
Clever kick. Quaynor. A chance to clear now. Lipinski. He might have thought about the corridor. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Penetrating ball. Mitchell. Why is he kicking it backwards? That didn't travel far enough. McCreary. There goes the kick. Inside the 50. McStay runs onto it. He's in the clear, so he'll have a bounce. He's besieged. Mitchell. He's got it.
He managed to find some space in a dangerous position and made them pay for their loose checking.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. Lysette showing his skills. Boak, he's wrapped up. Burton, you can't question his commitment. Met solidly. Can anyone get to the drop zone? Wines couldn't burst through. Fantasia kicking for his first. Moore taking no chances.
Danger averted. Frantic defence.
He's off. Moore goes towards half-back. McCreary! Strong grab. Adams, the Pies, under great pressure. Side bottom, working hard and being rewarded. The Power have denied them the corridor. Just has to hit a target. Rosie made the footy his. Hurried kick goes very wide. Side bottom takes an excellent grab. That's an aggressive handball. Adams, he's run into trouble. Kicks inside the forward 50. Burton, he's under close attention.
Ball, cries the crowd, and the umpire agrees.
They're a big chance here. That's a waste. Keen to get the ball moving. And they're away. Turned over on centre wing. Can they find a late goal? Adams heads for the pocket. Jonas should have taken the mark, and they see it out.
Gary, what's caught your eye?
Both coaches have clearly planned thoroughly to take away each other's strengths, and so far, we've got a dour struggle.
Lysette gets his hand to it. Crunching tackle. Ball up in the shadows of quarter time. Rucks go at it. Rosie gives it everything. Dixon uses the body well. He's generally a good kick. Dacos runs onto it and can drive them into attack. Adams, the Power, guarding the corridor. Pendlebury. One quarter down. It's been entertaining so far, and there's little in it on the scoreboard.
Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
The Pies will be looking to improve their kicking efficiency and the quality of their forward 50 entries. They're getting their hands on the ball, but they're turning it over too frequently. It's all well and good to win the footy, but it's not a lot of use if you keep giving it back.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again,
The two big men do battle. Boak navigated the traffic. Burton, quick kick towards centre half forward. Bergman, not a lot of space to work with. Butters takes the responsibility, just needs to finish. Finish he does.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
2-goal game again. The big men fly. Dacos closed him down. They're going nowhere and will have a stoppage near the centre. Cameron with a deft tap. De Goey, Dacos. There goes the kick inside the 50. Burton heads them off at the pass. The Power are bringing great energy. De Goey trying to bring the Crummers into play. Cameron. McCreary, an ever-present threat. He's got it!
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Power by a goal. Lysette had his measure today. He's not one to take a backward step. They cannot keep him quiet. Aliyah wins it back. Wines on centre wing, has marked. Goes very wide. Dersma. A good kick here and they'll be in business. Fantasia! That's one for the highlights reel. Kicks to half forward. Crisp had some assistance. Dacos blasts away. Step ladder time. Bit of a nothing kick.
That's what they call a good old-fashioned clanger.
What's he got on offer? Elliott only knows one way. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Lysette is giving him a bar. Knew the tackle was coming. Horn Francis. He's suddenly a popular man. They've worked it well. It's no place for the faint-hearted. That might have been dropping the ball. It's a tough game. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Lysette gets his hand to it. This is great pressure footy. The umpire will have it. Good ruck work. Crisp squeezes the kick. Adams, they're playing for keeps. The umpire whistles for a ball up.
Gary, what have you noticed down at ground level?
It's no surprise that the team that's using the ball better is the one winning the match.
Rosie, only a behind.
If they can keep running and taking the game on, there's no reason why they can't create lots of opportunities in front of goal.
Away he goes. Quaynor to bring it in. McCreary, great hands there. He just keeps racking up disposals. Side bottom. Picking their way through. Almost an accidental intercept. Rosie. That's a quality hand pass. Boak for a 3-goal game. It's there. They've pinched a break.
A midfielder who consistently hits the scoreboard is a real valuable commodity in modern footy.
The power with a steadying goal. Lysette has been dominant in the ruck. They've got good chemistry, those two.
Tries to take him on and loses.
Lipinski, Crisp, can run and gun. Pendlebury, can he get a kick away? Elliott, displaying great endeavour. The Pies, not at their best so far, and will have a throw in.
The Power look a little more potent with ball in hand at the moment.
Lysette wins the tap. Boak, no easy exit. Dersma, terrific forward pressure. Going at his first, and he's got it.
It's a gift, really, and he's taken full advantage.
The Pies are taking it right up to their more fancied opponents. Lysette, the winner there. De Goey can't afford to give it back in the corridor. Well done. Can he impose himself on the match? Clean pickup. Into the middle with the kick. Cameron in the centre square. Elliott takes the logical option. Cameron. Pendlebury goes goalward, and he's off target.
Seemed like the defenders got a bit lost there, and they were lucky not to give up a goal.
Back into play. Cleary in the clear, and they're out of trouble. Aliyah got to the right position and hung on. He doesn't waste many. Lysette. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Oh, that is a contender for mark of the round. Bergman, Butters, terrific tackle, almost an accidental intercept, gets his kick despite the heat. McCreary cops some unwanted attention. We've got a whistle, umpire's ball. Lysette showing his skills. Rosie just trying to get it forward under pressure. Rioli. The defence has fallen down. Butters has it within range.
It's so important to be efficient in front of goal, especially when it's tight on the scoreboard.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
It just looked like his ball drop was a little askew.
Away he goes. Quaynor with the footy. Boak. He's set upon. Howe. His field kicking is normally first rate. Cameron. Probing ball. Side bottom. Lays it off. Cameron. That's sloppy play. Winds. Desperate to win it back. Butters. Gathers. Will he pump it deep? Rosie gets a good bounce. Going for goal. Flirting with the post.
That was a promising build-up and deserved a better finish.
He's off. Quaynor tasked with the kick in. McStay can keep it moving. He's kicked it high. McCreary. By hand. McStay absorbs the pressure. Crisp. De Goey. Crunching tackle. Good build-up. He's run into trouble. Puts his teammate under the pump. Pendlebury. Mitchell needs that to come back.
He's missed a couple now. Might just bring a few doubts into his head.
Play on. Burton to bring it in. Dixon. Hoping for a big contested grab. Needed to be clean and wasn't. He stopped in his tracks. Fantasia out of the congestion. Drew. How will the umpire see this? They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. Cameron got his palm to it. Winds. Rosie goes long. Rioli has eyes only for the footy. He's wrapped up. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. Cameron wins the hit out. Pendlebury. He's normally good on his non-preferred. Here's a chance to get it forward. Kicks to centre wing. Burton takes an excellent grab. De Goey. Can they keep the footy this time? Houston picks it off. That's poor kicking. Boak is hard to beat one-on-one. Who's at home? And the kick inside 50 lets them down. Good handball. Howe. Pendlebury. What a game he's having. De Goey gathers in the centre square. Maynard. Got to go quickly. Time running out. He's so clean with the footy. Side bottom. Dacos. They've picked their way through. Here's a big chance to peg back the margin. And a moment for the players to catch their breath. Lysette wins the tap. Boak, dangerous place to lose it. Pendlebury, side bottom, takes the hand pass.
The umpire circles and decides to ball it up. Can they create a shot on goal from this stoppage?
The halftime siren sounds and the players will retreat to the rooms with lots to contemplate. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The Powered will not care one bit that this game has been dour and lacking in goals. They're in front and that's all that matters. So expect them to continue to bring the hard, defensively minded edge that's earned them this lead.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. The big men fly. Rosie, terrific tackle. And we will do it all again. Cameron with a deft tap. Bergman, Lysette. That's unusual. Side bottom. He's set upon. Rinse and repeat. The two big men do battle. Pendlebury, Cameron, under pressure. It's a tough game. We've got another stoppage. Important clearance here. Rosie, he's everywhere at the moment. Dixon. There goes the kick. Inside the 50. Wines has bobbed up. Can he hit a target? Bergman takes the mark and can extend the margin.
Must kick goal in a close match.
That might attract a pack. Murphy tries to spike it out of the danger zone.
Rushed over, and now they can reset.
He's off. Quaynor to bring it back in. Cameron wins the contest hands down. Good kick. The Pies have got out of jail. I've liked his game today. Cameron doesn't often waste it. DeGoey. Greg Williams would have been proud of that one. Crisp. He's run into trouble. It's amounted to nothing. What can they build here? He's suddenly a popular man. Wines. Defence 101 there. Boak has some attention to deal with. He'll be sore in the morning. Normally delivers. Cameron. That's skillful. Pendlebury. Can he find a teammate? Cleary making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two. Good ruck work. Elliott dishes it off. McCreary. It's a desperate tackle.
Happy to concede a behind.
Away he goes. Burn-Jones to bring it back in. Not often you see a forward spoiling the ball. McCreary. This will be a goal. Through it goes. And there's a kick the difference.
He's kept them in it. Just... pity he hasn't had more support.
Who would know who's going to win this? Lysette had his measure today. Wines. They might be caught out on the turnover. The Power have denied them the corridor. Elliott read it well and claims the mark. Good vision there. Side bottom. Rosie cuts them off at halfback. Fantasia. Bergman. The Pies on the ball now. Met solidly. Dacos. He's stopped in his tracks. Throws it on the boot. Oh my word! Up and... away.
Straight in front, should not miss.
Hammers it home.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
The Pies have kicked the past three and they're looking formidable. Cameron showing his skills. Pendlebury rolling the sleeves up. Delivers it inside 50. Good disciplined defence. Houston pounces. Gets the kick away. Who's front and centre? Bergman. Rosie. He's caught. Winds. This deserves a goal. Dacos got a fist in. Fantasia. Lysette running in support. Great tackling technique there. Big clearance to win here. Boak. He put himself in the line of fire. He's gone. Can he make them pay for that errant hand pass? Butters. Feeling the heat. Caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. You can't question his commitment. Dixon can go back and put them in front.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
Hasn't got hold of that one. It'll be a behind.
They're peppering the goals. Got to get some reward soon.
He's off. Quaynor to bring it in. Crisp takes a beauty. Delightfully done. Good-looking kick. Adams on a lead. What a hand pass. Quaynor. The Pies are red hot at the moment. Mitchell heads towards the half-forward flank. Aaliyah with the big fist. Houston. It's a high ball. Pepper. Searching kick. Pendlebury clears the area. Gathers it cleanly on the wing. Closed him down. Boak. The defenders will be nervous. Dersma had his name written all over it.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
Going at his second. Murphy taking no chances.
And finally over the line.
Away he goes. Quaynor tasked with the kick in. Have they weathered the storm? He's generally a good kick. Honours the lead. Howe working hard and being rewarded. Kicks laterally. Crisp seizes the moment. I don't think he meant to smother it. Sweeping handball. Cameron. Was that a throw?
He had prior opportunity.
He hasn't been himself today. Boak got to the right position and hung on. Clever kick. Rosie has found some space. Into the pocket he goes. Boak sets up a foot race. Butters. That could be a goal-saving tackle to give them the lead. He's done it.
On the board with his first. That'll boost his confidence.
It's a good old-fashioned arm wrestle. Lysette wins it. Boak knew the tackle was coming. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. That hand pass was telegraphed. Turns it over in the middle. Mitchell does well under pressure. Burne-Jones. He's got an option in the centre square. Dixon. What more can you say? Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Rosie, that's a bruising tackle. Pepper cops some unwanted attention. They could be in front in a minute. McCreary loves the hard stuff. DeGoey, he's besieged. The kick is precise. Lysette. The power, look well drilled. Butters, great hands there. Heads for the pocket. Dixon fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. Butters, it's there!
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
The power with a break now. Lysette is giving him a bath. Boak has brought his own ball. Horne-Francis. Dixon, not a lot of space to work with. Crunching tackle, crisp. McStay has it within range. Heads for full forward. Boak, that was almost handed to him. It's a hot footy. McCreary, desperate defence. It hasn't been a great spectacle, but at least it's close. Who can get the clearance? Mitchell. This would be a timely goal. The kick's a bit wonky.
That's the one they were after, to bring them back within a kick as we're near three-quarter time.
Neither side giving an inch. What a contest we're seeing. Lysette has been dominant in the ruck. Boak looking to extend this margin. Pepper knew where the help was. Might be time for one more score here. Dixon, he's got it.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The power are doing enough to keep their noses in front. Lysette wins the tap. Winds under pressure. Horne-Francis. Quick kick towards centre half forward. Lipinski takes an excellent grab. What's he got on offer? Mitchell only knows one way. He ran into a brick wall. Three-quarter time and an upset is brewing. How's your tipping going?
Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
Not a lot on the highlights reel so far. It's been dour, but some of the tackling and other defensive acts have been great to see. The defensive side of the game has come a long way, even in the past 10 years. Every player on the field has to think defensively now, or they don't play.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary.
Cameron wins it. Winds. Rosie into the action again already. Lipinski. Not sure who that was meant for, but it's been picked off. No way through there, and they'll reset. Important clearance here. Wines. He'll be sore in the morning. We've got another stoppage. Lysette had his measure today. Wines made the footy his. Pendlebury gets in the way, thought his way through it. Houston, it's a tough game. Could that have been holding the ball? Some thought it was, but not the person who matters. Lysette smashes it out of there. Crisp, terrific tackle. Wines. Elliott absorbs the pressure. Cameron, how will the umpire see this? McStay, Hoskin Elliott, he's run into trouble. Cleary is calm in a crisis. Gets his kick despite the heat. Crisp delivers a long ball. That's a strong mark.
I wouldn't put this past him. I've seen him do it before.
He's the right man to have it, and he's delivered.
Well, it's one thing to take the contested mark, but another to have the composure to finish off your good work.
What a game this is. Just to kick the difference. Lysette has rucked tirelessly. Pendlebury. That's a dreadful hand pass, truth told. Dacos in the thick of it as ever. De Goey, what can he do with it? Elliott can go back and put them in front. The defence is disorganised. It looks a well-oiled forward line.
A question of accuracy, and he should be able to answer in the affirmative.
Touch and go.
The Power can't fall into the trap of trying to save the game. They need to keep taking it on.
Burne-Jones with the footy. The kick was centimetre perfect. Can they catch them out on the turnover? He's got it!
That's a bit of a freebie. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that.
Neither team deserves to lose, and perhaps neither will. Cameron punches it out of the ruck. Pendlebury, he'll be annoyed by that. It's no place for the faint-hearted. The Power have been gallant. Can they get their noses in front? Lysette palms it down. Crisp, this is great pressure footy. They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Cameron, the winner there. Side bottom. By hand. Howe. The Pies look to be coming home strong. De Goey lays it off. The Power guarding the corridor. Dacos takes the logical option. Met solidly. They cannot keep him quiet. They'll need to be more careful than that. They'll contest in the centre square. Crisp. He's completely shanked it.
Bad kicking there. Out on the full.
Probing ball. Rosie on a lead. The Power have been gallant. Bergman. Kicks to half forward. Dersma got to the right position and hung on. Bergman can run and gun. Horne-Francis. He's caught. No one deserves to lose. It's been a tremendous contest. Lysette wins it down. He's suddenly a popular man. Dacos, McCreary, Pendlebury. That sloppy play. Good tackle. That has to hurt. He's not one to take a backward step. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? De Goey. The Power are really under the pump here. Second effort needed. It's there!
It hasn't been his best day, certainly, but he's still found ways to impact the match.
The Pies are holding them at bay. Lysette with a deft tap. De Goey, Dacos, Elliott. Who's at home? And a moment for the players to catch their breath.
How's it look down there, Gary?
The Pies might be in front, but there's room for improvement with their kicking. They've been sloppy at times.
Lysette, the winner there. Wines. Cameron. Snap around the body. It's there!
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Pies are really taking it to them today. Cameron wins the hit out. Crisp. Another forward 50 entry. Time for the Crummers to go to work. Jonas. The clock is the enemy now. Dacos. Good hands. DeGoey. Knew the tackle was coming.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
Horne-Francis. That's almost worth a kick. Jonas can get it and go. Wines. Ignoring the corridor for now. This is good ball movement. Slick hands. Bergman. He's kicked it high. Crisp. Solid tackle. Time is starting to become a factor. Cameron got his palm to it. Pendlebury. That's a legal disposal, isn't it?
How'd he get rid of that? Illegally, says the ump.
They need to hit the scoreboard here. Fantasia lurking menacingly. Maynard wins it back. Pendlebury. Houston runs onto it. Drives it deep. Murphy. He's stopped in his tracks. Crisp takes the hand pass. That's a bit of a waste. Georgiades going at his first, and he's got it.
They've looked to the likely source to provide a spark, and he's done just that.
Away we go once more. The big men fly. Pendlebury. He just dropped it. Rosie. This is a hotly contested footy. Bergman in some space on the wing. Closed him down.
He bit off more than he could chew there.
Into the middle with the kick. Step ladder time. He's off. Tumbles a punt towards the boundary line. Jonas. He might have thought about the corridor. Elliott is cool under pressure. He ran into a brick wall. Georgiades. Horne-Francis. Fantasia. Goes very wide. Maynard read that one right off the boot. Crunching tackle.
Umpire says you had prior opportunity. Sometimes taking these half chances can make all the difference.
Dersma is the man for the moment. He's the man for the moment.
Showing exactly why they want the ball in his hands.
This is a ding-dong battle. Both sides unrelenting in their attack on the footy. Crisp. Onto the non-preferred. Aliyah. No easy exit. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Big clearance to win here. Fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. The Pies trying desperately to hang on. Who can get the clearance? Wines. Out of the congestion. Boak. Fantasia. Good handball. Kicks inside the forward 50. Butters. Had some assistance. Going for goal. Flirting with the post.
A midfielder who consistently hits the scoreboard is a real valuable commodity in modern footy.
The power, having a good patch. Lysette is giving him a bath. DeGoey, hand pass cut off. Crosses the paint, outbodies his opponent and took a ripper. He's had little impact so far. Pendlebury. He's got under that one. Lysette takes an excellent grab. Out wide with the kick. That's an impressive mark. Wines. Crisp. Desperate to win it back. He's besieged. DeGoey. What a game he's having. Elliott was committed to the contest. Towards the goal mouth. And will have a throw in. Lysette palms it down. They have a good understanding, those two. He's going for home. And why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
5 goals for the quarter, and these forwards are certainly earning their money.
Neither side deserves to lose. This has been a titanic struggle. Cameron wins the tap. Pendlebury inside 50 with the kick. Aliyah up and under. Fantasia. What can he manufacture? He's set upon. He might have thought about hand passing. Well, they gave it everything. It just wasn't enough on the day.
On behalf of Daniel Hartford, Gary Lyon and myself, Anthony Hudson, thanks for your company. We'll catch you again soon.
See the Americans are shouting as all Americans should.